Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the e-classes. Now today we'll do the chapter 1. In chapter 1, the title of the chapter is The Fun They Had. It is written by Isaac Asimov. So you must have your book and you go through the book at home, but let me explain a little bit now. Here are 6, 7, 8 points. Number 1, it's all about the story of a school. The story unfolds the picture of a future school where mechanical teacher will teach. In future, there won't be any kind of teachers. Mechanical teacher will teach. That means the computer will teach the students in future. Books will be meaningless at that time. Now we are reading books, we are reading magazines, newspapers, but in future all these things will be written or printed or shown in the computer. Everything will be uploaded in the computer and the students will read from the computer. Here in the story, the characters: Margie, a little girl of 11 years, and Tommy, her brother, who is 13 years old. So Margie and Tommy. Margie 13 years old, Margie 11 years old, and Tommy 13 years old. We'll talk about that. The time of the event, what the story written about the future schools, and the time of the event is 17th May 2157 AD. The book. They found the real book in the attic. Attic means the room just under the roof. They found the real book in the attic and they were surprised because they have never seen the real book. They have seen the virtual book in the computer. So when they see the real book, they were much surprised. They began to compare the old book and the book they had in the computer. And Tommy said that our books are much better because in olden days, this book, once they read, they throw it. But in our computer, we have millions of books. They began to compare, and Tommy thinks that their books are much better. They began to compare. Books existed in computer at that time. In future, all the books will be existed in the computer. You will not find the real book like this, what we read, containing millions of books in the computer. Now, Tommy read the book. When Tommy opened the book and he began to read. And Margie looked over his shoulder from behind and asked, "What is it all about?" Tommy said, "It's all about the schools." Margie did not want to hear the word school. Schools. I hate schools. I don't like schools. Why did she say this? Because the mechanical teacher had given her test after test, homework after homework. She didn't have much time to play. And she hated schools. Not only that much, but she used see her grade in geography section, in geography lesson, her grades were coming down. That's why she did not like. She hated the school. Tommy said, "It's all about the school." The school in those days. Tommy and Margie had heard from their grandfather that in olden days they had a school, a building where all the students used to go there and the teacher used to come there and used to teach them. And they used to read through through the books. They had books. And Tommy and Margie had already heard about the real book from their grandfather. Margie hated for school because as she had problems learning geography section. So that's why she did not like. Moreover, she never got the chance to play. There was a fixed time for studying and she had to study and that too alone in her room. So she hated, because every time the computer or the mechanical teacher used to give her test after test. So now that's the point. Now we'll go through the chapter a little bit. This story deals with a boy and a girl. The name of the boy is Tommy and the name of the girl is Margie. Tommy and Margie, they find out something about the schools of the past. On 17th May 2157, Tommy, a 13-year-old boy, finds a real book in the attic of his house, which had been printed on a paper. And the book was really old, very old. It was dusty, it had turned yellow, and the pages were crinky, folded, crushed. Tommy and Margie both were surprised, and they took a look at the book. They began to turn the page again and again, because they had never seen this type of book before. It was the real book. The book which is in their hand, was really a real old book, and the pages were yellow and they were turned and twisted. In the year 2157, this kind of books will not exist anymore. In future, you will not find this kind of real books. This kind of books will not be there. That's why they were very much surprised. At that time, words will move on TV or a computer. Everything moves on a computer, or they can read through computer, which has been These TV or computer can contain over 1 million books. That is why Tommy thinks that they are much better than the old schools. Our schools and our books are much better because everything is found in the computer. All kinds of books are printed and it is stored in the computer. Now, once Margie heard about the school, she was annoyed, she was much disturbed. So today, this much for today. Now we'll meet in the next class. Do your writing and study at home properly.